It took me 4 years to figure out my purpose in life. In the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna share all my experiences, learnings and strategies that helped me in my journey to self-discovery. 8 out of 10 people hate their jobs. People spend 50% of their life doing the work they don't like to earn money so that they can impress the people they don't like. Let that sink in. People do the work they don't like to impress the people they don't like. Every day you have 24 hours. You spend 8 hours sleeping and 4 hours for routine personal things such as bathing, cleaning and commuting. That leaves you with 12 hours. Out of those 12, you are gonna spend 8 hours at work. This means you spend 75% of your waking hours at work. And if you don't enjoy your work, you are gonna hate your life. To help you avoid living such a miserable life, today I'm gonna share with you how I figured out what I want to do in my life, how I found my purpose. After dropping out of college, it took me 4 freaking years to figure that out. In today's fast and competitive world, spending that much time on figuring out what to do with your life seems stupid, but it is still better than spending your entire life not knowing what you truly want from your life or chasing certain goals for years only to realize that it wasn't what you truly wanted in the first place. Two things happen if you don't figure out your purpose in life. First, your life feels meaningless and empty, and second, you lose your sense of direction. You enter into a phase where you feel that you don't know where your life is taking you. Having no sense of direction is associated with negative emotions. If your brain doesn't know where it is taking its master, if it is confused all the time, it freaks out. Renowned psychologist Jordan Peterson states, positive emotions are associated with moving forward. If you are aware of where you want to go in life and things are going well, you are making progress towards your goal, inching closer to it day by day, then you are going to experience positive emotions far more often than people who don't have any sense of direction. Here is how I chose a perfect career for myself in 2 steps. Step 1. Ask the right questions. At the age of 22, I was a confused guy who had no sense of direction in life. I tried my hand at a lot of things, little of this, little of that, even tried building my own startup and failed miserably. After months of restlessness, sleepless nights, wasting an outrageous amount of time on social media and sharing a lot of memes about how I hate my life, I realized that I was failing at almost everything because I was asking myself the wrong question. Society has conditioned our brain to place more importance on titles and designations. As we grow up, we ask ourselves, what do you want to become in life? But instead of giving us clarity, this question makes us even more confused and nervous because we are immediately forced to choose a profession in which we will have to spend the rest of our life. It's a very big commitment. You can't make such a decision in a day or even a year. So what's the way out? Ego is the Enemy, Part 1, page number 29. Ryan Holiday explains life always presents us with 2 choices, to be or to do, being something versus doing something. To be something has to do with titles, recognition, money and fame. To do means taking action, doing the work. What would you call a writer who does not write, an entrepreneur who does not build a single business, a painter who does not paint? It is not about being something or being someone, it is about doing something. I remember when I started working on my first startup, I used to call myself the founder and a CEO. Even though the startup had just 2 people, one myself and a friend who lived next door. We had a good idea and good intentions. We had every necessary thing at our disposal. But still we failed because we were not action oriented. We were just, a bunch of amateurs calling ourselves entrepreneurs to feed our egos. Calling yourself an entrepreneur does not make you one. Building a successful business does. A writer writes, painter paints, and an artist creates. It is not what you call yourself, but what you do that matters. So instead of asking what do you want to become in life, ask these 2 questions. What do you want to do in life, and how do you want to live your life? When I asked myself these questions, here is exactly what I wrote down in my diary 2 years ago. I want to create something meaningful. I want my work to outlive me. I want to live a peaceful life quietly working in my office. I hope to see my work reaching across the world. My work shall always travel more than me. My life may or may not be a luxurious one, but it would certainly be a meaningful one. My work shall provide meaning to my life. When not working, I want to spend my life reading books and watching movies. That's what I wanted from life, but did I have the necessary skills to achieve what I wanted? It is one thing to make a wish, but you also need to be realistic about what you are good at. Here comes step 2, get to know yourself. Become who you are by learning who you are. Ancient Greek poet Pindar. In his book Mastery, Robert Greene mentions 5 strategies to help you discover your life's calling, your true purpose. Out of these 5 strategies, strategy number 1 helped me the most. The primal inclination strategy, returning to your origins. You are a one-time phenomenon in the universe, my friend. Your exact genetic makeup has never occurred before, nor will it ever be repeated. This genetic uniqueness first expresses itself in your childhood through what's called primal inclinations. Every child is inclined to enjoy and completely immerse himself in certain activities. Some enjoy sports, some enjoy science, and some arts. When Albert Einstein was a kid, his father gifted him a compass. He instantly became fascinated by the idea that some invisible force was making the needle change its direction. It touched him to the core, and he spent the rest of his life trying to discover more of such hidden mysterious forces of nature. Einstein was smart and lucky enough to keep himself connected to his childhood fascinations. In other words, his primal inclinations. What about rest of us, people like you and me? As we grow up, we lose our uniqueness due to the societal pressure which is imposed on us by family, friends, and relatives. Parents, for instance, seek to direct you to a safe, comfortable, and lucrative career path. Relatives and friends evaluate your progress based on the amount of money you earn. As a human being, you are a social creature. You strive hard for acceptance. You seek people's approval. You try to fit in by conforming to what other people think is right. And slowly, you keep losing your uniqueness. Your interests and decisions get influenced by society. That is why it is so important to reconnect with your childhood inclinations, because they are not infected by the desires of other people. They are uniquely yours. They belong to you, no one but you. To reconnect, take your mind back to your childhood days and look out for activities that you enjoyed the most. When I did that, I discovered that I enjoyed 5 activities the most: playing cricket, writing, reading, watching movies, and recreating the movie scenes I loved by mimicking my favorite actors. As I grew up, I stopped playing cricket because my parents thought that it was a waste of time and a waste of limited resources my family had. But I never stopped reading and watching movies. I did not write much, but I read a lot. Based on my childhood inclinations and asking myself the right questions, I chose to create content on YouTube. I write the scripts for my videos. In doing so, I get to read a lot, and while creating the videos, I get to be in front of the camera. Hey, hi. And I also get to practice a bit of amateur level filmmaking. My parents did not have enough resources to send me to some established institution to learn filmmaking or writing. But why would I let that be an obstacle in doing what I love? So here I am creating content for you guys. Because my work resonates with what I enjoy doing, how I want to live my life, and my childhood inclinations, I never lose faith in myself. I always try my best to keep moving forward in life. Keep in mind, no matter where you are or what your age is, it is never too late to start discovering who you truly are. It's not gonna be easy, but it's worthwhile. Always remember, self-discovery can only happen if you step out of your comfort zone. Ask yourself right now, if you were to wake up tomorrow completely alone without any family member, friend, or colleague to influence your decisions, what would you do differently? Something to think about, right? I have posted 7 such self-discovery questions on my Insta handle to help you guys in knowing yourself better. A quick summary: to figure out what to do in life, take 2 steps. Ask yourself the right questions and get to know yourself. Reconnect with your childhood inclinations. Remember, you become who you are by learning who you are. The majority of my life's problem gets solved because of my one good habit, reading. Through reading, I get to talk with great thinkers and seek their advice on life's important matters. 2 books helped me in finding my purpose in life. 1, Mastery by Robert Greene, and 2, Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. To economically support my efforts to create well-researched videos, you can either buy books from my affiliate links or send me super thanks. I thank all the donors for their valuable contributions. Smash that like button if you find my content useful. That's enough for today. See you in the next video.